Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking on behalf of the staff and administration, I would personally like to welcome you to Aldergrove Community Secondary Class of 2017 Commencement. My name is Jason Mallow. I'm the Vice Principal here at ACSS, and it is my honor for this, to be your Master of Ceremonies for this evening. So I'd just also like to mention, for those of you who want to find a copy of this later on, because you can enjoy it so much the first time, probably because of my amazing speaking abilities, that we are live streaming this event. So for the first time ever, we are live streaming the event, and you can go to the website, ACSS, and find it there. All right, so the moment you've been waiting for, sort of. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce this year's graduating class. Without further ado, if you could please rise to honor our grads. And I will ask you to remain standing throughout the procession, at which time we will then perform O Canada. So the grads will be led in a moment by Royal Canadian Mounted Police Constables Lisa Cormier and Deanna Law. So give us a moment here to get ready, and then we'll welcome our grads. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Laurie Penner for O Canada. You may be seated. First off, I would like to begin tonight's ceremony by recognizing that the Langley School District resides on the unceded traditional territories of the Kwantlen, Katzie, Matsqui, and Semiahmoo First Nations. ACSS grads of 2017, your day is finally here. You've done it. Your long and sometimes challenging 13-year journey is almost over, and a new journey that the adults in the room like to call the real world is about to begin. Everyone in this building is incredibly proud of you tonight. Each and every one of you, ultimately of what you've done and what you've accomplished. So if at any moment in your life you were to ask for money, I suspect tonight would be that night. Now, there are some special dignitaries with us tonight that we need to recognize before we go any further. We do have a number of people who have come out to celebrate with us tonight. As we've already mentioned, from the RCMP, Constable Lisa Cormier and Constable Deanna Law. We also have from the Township of Langley, Mayor Jack Rose. From the Langley School District, we have with us Trustee Alison McVeigh. As well as our Superintendent, Mr. Gordon Stewart. I'm expecting a big round of applause for these next two. We also have with us two administrators from Brookswood tonight, former ACSS Principal and Vice Principal, Mr. John Pusick. And former Vice Principal at ACSS, Mr. Mike Pugh. We also have from ACSS, President of our PAC, Miss Lacey Warrington.
The Langley Board of Education, I want to congratulate you all on your wonderful and exciting achievement. There is a lot of joy in this room tonight as your family and friends and the teachers and staff members who have supported you and worked with you over the past several years share in your success. I would like to express my deep gratitude to the administration, teachers, and support staff from Alder Grove Secondary. You are an outstanding group of people who give to the school in so many ways, thereby making it a place where students can learn of the most important milestones in your life's journey. And while this may not be your first milestone, I have no doubt that it will not be your last. As individuals, we are seldom successful on our own. We are successful because of the people around us who have encouraged us, listened to us, cheered for us, cared for us, sometimes nagged us, but mostly they believed in us. At times like this, it's important to take the time to thank them for the difference that they've made in your life. In the months and weeks leading up to graduation, you have no doubt been asked countless times, so what are you going to do after graduation? What's your plan? What's next? Those seem like simple enough questions asked by people who are genuinely interested and care about your future. And for some of you, the answer to that question is easy. You've been accepted to a post-secondary institution or a trade school, and you know exactly what your next steps are. For others, the plan is starting to take shape. You've got some ideas, but you're really just not sure. And there are those of you who don't know. You need more time, you want to work for a while, maybe travel, and then figure out. However you answer that question, and whatever road you are on at this point in your journey, I say to you, that's wonderful. Don't worry if you don't have it all figured out, because there is no one way, there is no right answer, and there is no one clear direction. This is a journey, and there are many roads to travel down. Each of you will find your own way and create your own path that will be your future. Congratulations to the students who have been accepted into a university, a trade school, or a college. How fantastic is that, and how very exciting. You are off and on your way, and a great new adventure is about to begin. And while that's exciting, it's a bit scary too. But with your vision and your goals clearly in mind, you will face the challenges with courage and strength. If you find yourself at this point unsure of what your next step is going to be, you may wonder, how will you know, or how will I choose? And I say to you that by just getting up each day and living life to the fullest, by talking to people, by seeking answers to your questions and seizing opportunities to explore, by finding courage to set aside your fears and continuing to reach out to those who have supported you along this journey, you will discover your passion and you will be eager and excited to begin traveling down the next road. Whatever path you choose and whatever road you're on, I can guarantee you there'll be twists and turns and major bumps and likely a few potholes along the way. But if you are living your passion and you're willing to do the hard work, then you will continue to find success on your journey. And finally, I want to encourage each one of you to be a shining light on that road you're traveling down. Always be kind, help someone in need, find a way to pay it forward, be a mentor to someone, care for the environment, and mostly care for each other. Now more than ever, the world needs shining lights. You've been great examples of that in the Alder Grove School community, and I truly hope that you will continue to keep finding ways to make a difference to those around you as you go forward. Congratulations to all of you, the graduating class of Alder Grove Secondary for 2017. I wish you all love, laughter, joy, and happiness as you begin your new journey.
Thank you, Trustee McVeigh. This next person who's coming up to speak, I think some of you might recognize this name, especially if you've had children go through our system. The one and only, the legend himself, Superintendent Mr. Gordon Stewart.
It's amazing what a few dollars will get you this day and age. Way to go there, Jason. Thank you. It is great to be here. So I want to say good evening to the grads, the staff, and the parents, friends, and family that are here that have supported students on their educational journey. And I have great memories of the 7 years I spent as a vice principal and principal in the community. And I'll be commenting on a couple of themes tonight, but it is certainly great to be amongst friends, and it's certainly great to celebrate what I consider an outstanding, absolutely outstanding community. And I will, for the sake of Ms. Glock, I will try to be brief, because I know she's always encouraged that in me, so I'll move forward. So, the mission purpose of the Langley School District is to inspire all learners to reach their full potential and create a positive legacy for the future. And those are the two areas I would really like to spend a few moments on in terms of the speech. Certainly as a district leadership team, we hope that you've been able through your journey to be able to develop your creative thinking and your communication skills and also really developed as an individual in terms of that, in that pathway. I think interesting to note in terms of, I've always said we're morally obligated to not prepare kids for a world that no longer exists. We are going through some incredible change in society, and we have to have education mirror that. And you as students in the system have articulated that to us. You say I want to be more engaged. I want to have it more student-centered. I want to have technology incorporated into this. I want to have my education personalized so, you know what, that I'm part of this versus just, again, some passive recipient. And I think when you look at that world out there, it's interesting that they tell you right now, and it can be a little bit frightening, that 49% of the activities that people are paid to do in the global economy have the potential to be automated. That's staggering. Staggering when you think about things out there. I mean, imagine being a driving instructor in an era of driverless cars. Think about that. Think about ordering Starbucks or groceries only by the phone. I don't need to kind of necessarily come in contact with people. Even robots can pick berries and other items from orchards nowadays. You don't need, again, you start working through that labor force, you think, whoa, how am I going to fit into this particular place? Let's face it, with robots, no breaks, to work around the clock, never ill, no attitude, no pay raises. It's a good deal. So you think, okay, what am I going to do? There's got to be, are there opportunities within this world that I'm going to enter? And there absolutely is. And part of there's so much excitement with it that you're going to be walking into. Globalization is certainly one of them. The ability of any individual or company to compete, connect, exchange, or collaborate globally. I was talking to kids the other day about business. I love entrepreneurship. And I said, wouldn't it be great if we had a business, a school business, and maybe we kind of set up our own franchise in the corner somewhere? And I said, Mr. Stewart, you are thinking way too small. He goes, really? As long as you have one of these things. Your market is 8 billion people. That's the money I want to make. I'm thinking, kid, hire me. I'm thinking, wow. Because that's the type of thing out there in terms of services that you can provide and goods that you can provide that can access that. That stands the world on its head. How have we prepared you for that? That's what we should be absolutely doing. The World Bank now estimates that 3/4 of the people on the planet now have access to a mobile phone. So even in your most remote regions of the world, they get one of these things. So how can you, as grads, be able to say, what can I do to take advantage of that technology for my own benefit? And I think there's incredible things you can do. We've also, key things to keep in mind, we have never seen a truly creative machine or an entrepreneurial one, or even an innovative one. That doesn't happen with robotics. That's you, and you have that power over them. In the 21st century, knowing all the answers won't distinguish someone's intelligence. Anyone can get access to content. Rather, the ability to ask the right questions will be the mark of a true genius. So as educators in our system that is going through incredible change, that you've been part of in terms of encouraging, education can no longer be blockbuster, where we refuse to embrace the new hopes in the ways that the old ways will suffice. We got to find a way to get up on that. And that's tough as parents. You say, well, I was looked up when I was a kid. I seem to have done okay. Why can't they do the same thing for mine? Because we put your child at a significant disadvantage if we did. And again, that's the blockbuster syndrome. The innovator's mindset is necessary for all of us as schools are to move forward. Furthermore, a curriculum that defines not only what students learn, but also how, when, at what pace, and what order they learn it, violates the principle of individuality. And I got to tell you, as educators, that is one thing we really struggle with, is personalizing education. It is not an easy process. Entrepreneurial qualities such as teamwork, resiliency, leadership, acceptance, empathy, creativity, and integrity are essential for success. These are the skills that we should absolutely have you excel with. And also, again, never losing sight of being able to give back to your community, which is so important. All members of the public are working towards making sure you have those skills as you go forward. And I know it takes an incredible amount of work to do this. And again, I want to make sure I thank the staff of ACSS for all their great work, and that's everybody in the system, EAs, clerical, teachers, admin, everyone that's been a part of that. And wish them a long and healthy retirement. You've certainly earned it. And you know what, it's been a remarkable career, and certainly appreciate that along with everyone else there. As a district leadership team, we want you to know the staff that have had some impact on your life along the way. K to 12. I mean, again, all those elementary teachers that aren't here today, middle school teachers. To be able to make that difference in the life of a child is absolutely incredible. And so I encourage you to absolutely think about that, and I'm thankful for the people who said any child that comes from a loving home has a massive advantage over someone that doesn't. And so again, thanks to you in terms of the work you've played in that roller coaster 15 or 20 years, they'll ultimately move out. And to the grads, waiting room. I mean, again, I had the pleasure the other night at the Evening of Inspiration to have 10 of you go across the stage there. And you absolutely exemplified integrity, excellence, courage, and community. And I know so many in this class tonight, as we hear the write-ups that they go across, we will hear so many great things again that embody that. And again, like Trustee McVeigh, I do hope you do pursue something in post-secondary. You certainly, I hate it when kids sell themselves short. And this is a community at time that's done that, and you shouldn't. And I'm going to be honest with you, it bothers me. It bothers me when people outside of the Alder Grove community judge that community, and they do. You have some out there that expect less of you. You have to rise way above that. It bothers me when something's in the news there that's negative. Well, that's all there. When that negative thing happens somewhere else, it seems to be accepted. You shouldn't accept that. You should absolutely not accept that. Absolutely demand more of yourself. You're going to be incredible ambassadors when you go out in that world. And again, and don't forget the community you've come from. And don't never hesitate to absolutely articulate how well you've done, the great community it is, and the great people that are within it. I really want to make sure you do that going forward. There's something that it never has and never should be acceptable for you not to hold yourselves to the same high standards of others. So I put that to you. One's mindset plays such an important part, either acting as a barrier to success or enabling it to take place. And you can do it. So I'm going to leave you with what Leonard Anderson, I mentioned this at the Evening of Inspiration, did a quote, I think it fits perfect here for this community and for you grads. Quote, never settle for less when you were made for greater. And that is each and every one of you. So congratulations, grads, and the best of luck in your future pursuits. Welcome.
Thank you, Superintendent. I would now like to call up our special guest speaker, Mr. John Cusick.
Somehow I have the privilege of following a legend. And I've done that a few times, I think, at this school. But good evening, honored guests and parents, relatives, staff, colleagues, and above all, students. It's exciting to be back here and celebrating a special day with you. And I thought about what I wanted to say, and I reflected about my first year as principal at ACSS back in 2012, 2013. And I think you guys were in grade 8, still coming across the field, following somebody in a bright yellow jacket for explorations. But shortly after that, you became full-time students here. I shared a personal story with the grad class that year, and I'd like to share it again tonight with you. So in the late 1950s, a young man left home, and he walked 20 kilometers into a nearby city. There, he boarded a train and rode in a rail car for 24 hours to get away from a difficult life with no opportunity and many life-threatening risks. For a couple of years, he worked odd jobs in a variety of countries before boarding a cargo ship to Canada. He arrived in Montreal and he hopped on another train. He traveled across the country to Vancouver, where he had a sister and her husband. He arrived here with little in hand. He had a bit of cash, but no possessions. What he did have was a dream of a new start. He had a very strong belief that if he worked hard, learned as much as he could, that he could be successful in the next stage of life. Over the years, he worked as a fisherman, a laborer, an entrepreneur, and he became a Canadian citizen. He had a confidence in himself. He had the support of his family, but unlike you, he did not graduate from high school. He had the right attitude. He knew how to work hard, and he valued learning. He had a dream of a better life. He was one of the guys who worked on the George Massey Tunnel when it was first built. It used to be called the Dease Tunnel. He spent many days on fishing boats in the Fraser River and beyond. He held decent jobs at the time. He made okay money, but was thrilled when he got a job at UBC as a maintenance man. He loved being in a place of learning around successful people. He watched carefully as the world moved around him. He believed that you can learn something from everybody, and with commitment and dedication, you can achieve anything you set your mind to. Now, this story is that of my father, and I shared it with the ACS graduates of 2013. Dad passed away a month later at the young age of 97. He lived his last 32 years in retirement, reading and writing poetry. He did manage to return to his childhood home once, 10 years before he died. But he was forever thankful for the opportunity he had here in Canada that many do not have elsewhere. And I'm thankful as well, and you need to be too. Now, a few days ago, I attended another commencement ceremony. That's for my youngest son, Nicholas. He's graduating this year as well, and you got to be happy that this grad class is the size it is, because last week at 10:30 p.m., we completed recognizing the 390 students at our Marriott. Yeah. Now, the reason I bring it up is because watching my son and his classmates cross the stage has given me a lot of reason to reflect on what it means to get to this point in life for you and for your families. Many of you have a story similar to the one that I shared, and all of you are experiencing what my son and family is right now. The excitement of graduation is a pivotal point on the path you begin in your journey. Now, it's from watching my son grow into a young man that I began to talk to you about increasing independence. And you know what I've said to you many times? With independence comes, and I'm hearing it, with independence comes responsibility. As you get older, you make more individual choices and decisions in your life. You'll reap the benefits, but you'll also deal with the results of those decisions. Each of you has accomplished many things during the 12 years, 13 years, and you need to take confidence from that as you move forward. Whether you're part of a soccer team that made it to the provincials, music department, performing at a festival or a concert, whether your artwork, photography was displayed for all to see, or if you passed the DELF exam to acknowledge your fluency in the French language, in each case you set a goal, dedicated yourself, believed in yourself, and worked hard to make it happen. These are seminal moments, and they've become part of who you are as a person moving forward. As graduates, you're leaving ACSS, and you need to remember that school doesn't end now. Learning goes on forever. Life is about learning. When you solved a math problem, you learned something. You might have gone through some frustration occasionally, may have thought, what's the point? But when you got it, you learned something about yourself that makes a difference. And you gained some confidence from that moment. Now, that poem you wrote in English class, it wasn't about a particular poem, but rather about deeper understandings of life itself. The experience you have in science, something you can draw on in the future. How and when, only you can determine, but it'll come in handy somewhere. When you pass a test, you complete a project or an assignment, when you achieve something, you have a positive feeling that leaves a mark. School's about learning what you do well and what you like to do. In the days, weeks, months, years to come, you'll continue to learn some new things, develop some new skills. Some will make an immediate difference, some you'll store away for the future. You never know when you'll use them, but they'll become a part of who you are and what you become as an adult. Your task is to find the meaning in life after school. Success comes from using what you've learned in new contexts. It might not be obvious, but the connections are available. And here, in Canada, the opportunities are there just waiting for you. In his book, The Road to Character, author David Brooks says, we should be thinking about our lives in terms of our resumes and our eulogies. Life isn't just about accomplishments and experiences. It's also about the moral relationships and the legacies we leave behind. Think about what you want others to say about you when you're not around. Brooks also says, almost every successful person begins with two beliefs. The future can be better than the present, and I have the power to make it so. Now, my dad moved into a new phase of his life with confidence and dedication. That's your task now. Have confidence in yourself and what you've accomplished. In the next step, be prepared to work hard. It doesn't get easier after high school, but if you have enthusiasm and a good attitude and a willingness to learn from others, you can and you will succeed. Congratulations for being here tonight. You've earned it. Don't be afraid to dream big, set high expectations for yourself, and have confidence in your ability to get there. As was said before me, always remember to give thanks to those who've helped you get here. It's your parents, your extended family, your friends, your teachers, the staff in every single school you've been to. I appreciate the opportunity to be here tonight, to take part in your journey from when you came here back in grade 8 or earlier. I'm pleased to be able to share with Mr. Linden and staff, you as my final grad class at ACSS. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pusick. And to continue the line of succession, we have our current principal, who is going to provide his tribute to the graduating class of 2017, Mr. Jeremy Linden.
So just before I came up, Gord whispered in my ear, got 20 minutes max, so if it goes long, it's his fault, he gave me permission. Honored guests, parents, family and friends, ACSS staff, and of course, ACSS graduates of 2017. You've already heard some excellent advice and thoughts this evening from the district, and even from Mr. Pusick. I don't mean to sound surprised, I don't. Mr. Pusick's a brilliant man, really is. Sorry, John. It's one of the benefits of getting to speak second. I have no fear of retribution at this point, at least not for tonight anyways. Graduates, this is a special moment for you. Tonight marks the end of a 13-year journey and a symbolic first step into the next phase of your lives. This year, Aldergrove Community Secondary is graduating its 59th grad class. Since 1958, each grad class has left its mark and built upon the rich history of its predecessors. Like the 58 classes before you, for the past 4 years, each of you in your own way has played a part in shaping our school and our community. As a staff, we've been privileged to be able to watch you learn and to watch you grow. Over the next few weeks, as you prepare to leave the comfort and safety of ACSS, I invite you to reflect on your years at ACSS and some of the lessons that you've learned. You learned valuable physics lessons in strength and conditioning by pushing Mr. Crowley's car and Mr. Renault's truck around the track. Mr. Renault and Mr. Crowley are adamant that this was about strength, endurance, and teamwork. It may have also been a little bit about cruel and unusual punishment. You learned the positive power of social media when Miss Sutton's dog, Maeve, went missing. Thankfully, she was found safe and sound shortly after. You learned that the only thing scarier than being late to Mr. Inglis's class is being late to Mr. Inglis's class and not having had your homework done. If you can survive that, you can survive anything. Lots of people can resonate with that one, I can hear, it's good. Finally, sorry John again, you learned that Mr. Pusick really can weave the phrase, dream, believe, achieve, into any conversation, any moment of time. Although I just poked fun at it, I really do believe that our school's motto, Dream, Believe, Achieve, is a fantastic mantra to take with you as you move forward in building your futures. However, my intention today is not to convince you of the merits of the Dream, Believe, Achieve philosophy. Rather, I'd like to share a little story with you. Like many good stories, this one is about a boy and a girl. This is not a typical boy meets girl story, though. It's a story of compassion, a story of opportunity, and ultimately a story of love, passion, and hope. We begin with an ACSS graduate, not unlike yourselves. Her name is Kelly, and like you, she graduated from ACSS with high hopes and big dreams. During her first few years after school, she traveled the world, gained life experience, and got to know herself. After traveling for a couple of years, Kelly decided that she wanted to pursue nursing at the University of Victoria. In May 1999, Kelly was in a horrific car accident which derailed her life plan. For the next 6 years, she worked to get her life back on track, recovering from severe injuries through very painful physical therapy treatments. As she worked towards achieving good health again, Kelly realized that her dream of becoming a nurse was over.
In the face. A dedicated teacher such as this one demanded dedication from his students. In the English spectrum, some students were shocked to find that texting jargon such as LOL, U, and JK were not acceptable essay terms. Finally, in the physical education quarter, the instructors often offered physical education in a therapeutic manner for those who needed to work through some problems. This type of therapy included, but was not limited to, getting your brain rebooted by means of a dodgeball to the face. Sometimes, the lessons they were taught were secretly meant to be a test of sanity. For example, seeing how much popcorn could fill the room, and figuring out how much it would cost to re-gravel the outdoor running track in the middle of freezing winter. Oftentimes, the students found unique places to study around the building. This was often due to the library, Learning Commons, no, I mean library, getting overrun by stormtroopers and R2-D2 during lunch hour. Despite the school's quirkiness, the students excelled. They volunteered, worked, joined clubs, and rocked sports teams when they could bribe a coach to run one. Nonetheless, sometimes being an ACS student was not easy. They struggled through the awkwardness of acne, voice changes, growth spurts, or lack of them, and raging hormonal mood swings. Often, one could find them at the local Timmy's tavern, voicing their grievances to one another. The little moments of laughter kept them going. For every student had a personal legend to fulfill, a hero's journey. Some delved into trades, building, fixing, and designing. Others drifted to the arts, creating masterpieces which lit the hallways with the light of personal expression. But no matter what their way, each was writing a story all to their own. But, as we all know, every good story must have some conflict. In our heroes' last year at the Great Academy, strange things were happening in the world. Suddenly, the future looked a little bit uncertain. War was abundant in faraway lands. Villages were bombed, refugees sought new homes. To make things worse, a troll emperor in a nearby kingdom to the south threatened to build a great wall separating the lands. Trading of common goods such as dairy and timber were threatened. The world seemed full of unrest and tension. Now, when faced with a problem, every good hero has to go through the stages of doubt, and our heroes are no different. And so was the class of 2017 make a difference and save this mess? Many students felt uneasy and nervous as the time to leave ACSS approached. Adults smiled cheerfully while asking pressuring questions like, what will you do with your life after graduating? What's your plan for the future? Many didn't know the answer. Were they truly destined for greatness? Or would they spend their lives picking up poop after the king's horses for minimum wage? But don't get too discouraged yet, because next comes the epic epiphany. And so, like a glorious sunrise cresting the horizon, or a hot guy on a magical unicorn, they found their inspiration. The students were relieved. They were not supposed to know how to do everything yet. That's what university work was for. They had to continue learning, for life itself was the lesson. a long, fun, and often infuriating lesson. But they would not be on their own. The very parents, family members, friends, and community that had guided them thus far would remain by their sides. And plus, they had Google. And so, our heroes walked into their exams, heads held high. At this point, you should all be inspired by the efforts of these amazing young individuals. But this story must soon come to a close. And so, the students graduated. They swore a pact to experience all that life had to offer, to seize the day, explore. So leaving memories of home behind, they went off into the world. Some went far, and some stayed near. But it was up to them to achieve greatness, for only they could find themselves their own happily ever afters. Dear friends, we have reached the end of this chapter. But in truth, our story is only just beginning. Congratulations, graduates of 2017, and thank you.
That was So at this point in the evening, we are now going to shower Chloe with gifts. Mr. Linden, if you could please come to the stage. As well, I'd like to call Mr. Mazhar Kaswami of Gold Tree Jewelers to the stage. And if I can also have Chloe's parents come up to the stage. So Chloe is being presented with a Wittenauer watch, a commemorative plaque, as well as a bouquet of roses. A huge thank you for the generosity from Golden Tree Jewelers for their continued support for all Langley schools. We have one more thing to do. I'm also going to introduce the Governor General's Academic Medal. Chloe is the recipient of this year's Governor General's Academic Medal. The medal, established in 1873, recognizes the student who has achieved the highest academic grade point average for a Canadian high school, college, or university program. On behalf of His Excellency, the Right Honorable David Johnston, we are pleased to award this academic medal to Chloe. Okay, so for the point in the show that everyone else wants to see. I'm looking at the clock and clearly my estimate was way off. I apologize to the staff in advance. I called 2 hours and 6 minutes. That's not going to happen. So We are going to present the graduation certificates in a moment. Ms. Ashley Ross, Mr. Cam Inglis, Ms. Lori Penner, and Mr. Stuart Crowley will come up to the stage and begin to call grads by name to cross the stage and shake hands with school and district staff members and pick up their diploma. Graduates will also pose on either side for a couple seconds, so you can snap as many pictures as you possibly can. And some grads will be presented with a colored cord as they cross the stage. Now, each cord color means something different. So if you are given a gold cord, that means that you are an A student honor roll list member for your entire grade 12 year. If you're given a red cord, it means that you are the top grade 12 subject award winner. If you are given a blue cord, it means that you are part of the prestigious Totem List, which is a sustained effort award that you have put forth non-stop sustained effort for your entire grade 12 year. And if you're given a white cord, that means that you are a French immersion bilingual certificate holder. So in a moment, students will be directed up to the stage by row. You'll also notice on either side, there is a grad donation box. This year's grads have chosen to make a donation to the BC Children's Hospital. So at this time, I'd like to call Mr. Stewart, Mr. Linden, Mr. Fusick up to the stage now. And at this point, I will hand over the proceedings to Ms. Ross, Mr. Inglis, Ms. Penner, and Mr. Crowley.
The USB, or USB, I can put it in there. I don't think it. Oh, okay. No problem. I'm just doing all this.
All right, let's begin. Kevin Ban. Kevin would like to thank his family and friends for all their help and encouragement throughout the years. High school would have been a lot less enjoyable without their support. Kevin plans to continue his formal education at a later date. He wishes the best for all the grads of 2017. This evening, he will be the recipient of the Strength and Conditioning 12 Award. Kevin was extremely dedicated to strength and fitness training throughout the year. He always came to class with a smile on his face, ready to go. Kevin is the first member of the 500 Club, which is for students who lift our 3-rep max of 500 pounds in squats, cleans, and bench press. Way to go, Kevin.
Jace Battenchuk. Jace is very happy to be here tonight, ready to take the next step in his future endeavors. He would like to thank his friends who made his high school years fantastic, and his dad for motivating him and keeping him focused. He wishes the grads the best of luck and says, see you in 10.
Dylan Bedard. Dylan is happy to be walking across the stage and is ready for the future. He knows he needs more education to achieve his dreams and goals and hopes to use this next year to figure it all out. He would like to thank his friends and family for all their help and encouragement.
Jordan Bay. Jordan would like to thank his family and his teachers who helped him reach this day. He will always remember his friends who he made at ACSS and hopes that everyone lives each day of their lives to the fullest. He is also the recipient of this year's Family Studies Award and the Senior Boys PE 12 Award. Jordan consistently brings great ideas to class discussion, is well prepared, takes time to help his classmates, and demonstrates an excellent attitude every day in both family studies and PE. Well done, Jordan.
Nadine Bergen. Nadine would like to thank Ms. Sutton for having classes with her for the past 3 years and for always being willing to chat after school. Nadine wants to thank her friends and family for always supporting her, and especially her brother for being a best friend. Nadine enjoyed her time involved in the GSA and hopes it continues on strong as she steps down as student leader. Nadine is also the recipient of the Avid 12 Award presented by Mrs. Lutain. Since grade 9, she has been an ambassador for the Avid program. She possesses a growth mindset that has driven her to take on challenges with regards to her learning and community involvement. She represented our school at Yes Camp and provided leadership in the schools and district's GSA. Nadine will also receive a District Authority Award at our scholarship luncheon next week. Congratulations, Nadine. We know you will continue to make a positive impact.
Avani Brar. Avani looks forward to continuing his education at a later date. He's going to explore the world of work until he decides what he wants to do with his life. He would like to thank his family and friends for all their help, for keeping him on track. Good luck to the grads of 2017.
Jimmy Brar. Jimmy would like to thank his parents for giving birth to him 18 years ago. He would also like to thank Mr. Inglis for teaching AP Calculus and staying after school to help students. Finally, he would like to thank Mrs. Lutain for being such a great Avid teacher and helping him with post-secondary issues. Jimmy's next steps are to go to university and eventually work for the rest of his life. Remember, sometimes all you have to do is breathe. We're not done yet. Jimmy is also the recipient of the Information Technology 12 Award presented by Ms. Ross. Jimmy excelled at all of his chosen aspects of video production. Without fail, he blogged daily his accomplishments and was one of the most positive students his teacher has ever worked with. He is also the recipient of a Township of Langley bursary. Good luck, Jimmy.
Carly Burkish. Carly would like to say thank you to her parents for helping her get to this point, and it means more to her than her parents will ever realize. She can't thank Mrs. Haber enough for teaching her just to be herself, and for always making her laugh when she needed definitions of kids' lingo. She also wants to thank Ms. Keynes for dealing with her complaining every other day for months. P.S. I'm sorry. Carly is also the recipient of the History 12 Award presented by Ms. Leary, the Yearbook Award presented by Ms. Keynes, the Visual Arts 12 Award presented by Ms. Courtney, as well as the District Authority Award. Ms. Leary appreciated Carly's ability to view the past through many perspectives and make connections and insights that inspire everyone around her. She is an exceptional historian and is likely to lead a life that history will remember. In art, Carly demonstrated creativity, perseverance, and exceptional problem-solving skills. Carly was also the editor-in-chief of this year's edition of The Twig. Ms. Keynes valued her excellent attention to detail skills and enjoyed her wonderful brand of sarcasm during heavy print deadlines. Congratulations, Carly, on your 3 presentations.
Cam Brooker. Cam will be attending the University of his own bedroom to study the art of sleep. He would like to thank his mom, Mrs. Glock, Tim Hortons, Rockstar Energy, and Monster Energy for getting him through high school. To his classmates, he says, "Look, I didn't trip. I'm keeping my $10."
Amanda Bunt. Amanda would like to thank her mom for always being there for her to rant to and pushing her to do her best in everything she does, even when she's not in the mood. She would also like to thank her dad for putting up with all her sass, yet still being there for her when her car mysteriously stopped working. Amanda is graduating with her hairdressing certification, but plans to attend post-secondary to study photography. P.S. Alana, stop wearing my clothes. They look better on me. That's Amanda. Amanda is also the recipient of 2 scholarships, the Aldergrove Ladies Auxiliary to Royal Canadian Legion Branch 265 and QB Local 1851. Use them well, Amanda.
Kaylin Kai. Kaylin would like to thank her parents for giving her this opportunity to study in Canada. She would also like to thank her homestay family for all their help. She feels so lucky to have such a good family. Kaylin looks forward to attending SFU FIC, where she will study design. She's happy to graduate, but she will never forget the good times spent with her friends and family.
Liam Campbell. Liam would like to thank his mom, dad, brother, grandparents, and friends for the support throughout his school years. He would also like to thank his teachers for the memories. Liam plans to travel the world and eventually wants to open a restaurant.
Selena Carrero. Selena is excited to start at Kwantlen University in the fall as a business student and would one day like to become a lawyer. Selena has been successful because of the help of her mother and stepfather, and for that she is forever grateful. Selena would also like to thank Mrs. Glock and Mrs. Newstead for helping her get through high school and her friends for always supporting her. She will always remember the fun times shared with her friends.
Liam Casey. Liam is happy to have finally reached this point and is ready to take on the world. He's not ready to make any final decisions about his future career plans, but hopes to work for a while until he makes up his mind. He would like to thank his family and friends for all their help and the staff of ACSS for all their patience and encouragement. Liam is also the recipient of the Chemistry 12 Award presented by Mr. Dhaliwal and the Joe Griff Memorial Scholarship. Liam has shown excellence in class participation, projects, tests, and chemistry labs. Liam is one of the brightest students that Mr. Dhaliwal has ever taught and wishes him well in his future endeavors.
Simon Chen. In the 2 years that Simon has been in Canada, he has had many great experiences. He's glad that he came to ACSS and that helped him to understand and learn the culture. Simon thanks his parents for this opportunity, his teachers for their patience, and his host family for treating him as one of their own.
Griffin Chessel. Griffin feels that graduation is a huge milestone for him. He wants to thank all his friends, teachers, and family for motivating him to do his best. He says, no doubt about it, it's time to work.
Daniel Quiche. Now is the time to rejoice. God has brought us this far. Daniel would like to thank his parents, his brother John, his uncle Samuel Farkas, and his grandmother Lydia Farkas for everything that they have taught him, for helping him to become the mature young man that he is. If there's one thing Daniel has learned in all his years, it's that with God, hard work, and perseverance, nothing is impossible, and everything is achievable. Do your best with what you have for the glory of God, and remember, live, love, laugh while you still can.
Sean Connolly. Sean would like to thank Mr. Jones for making the shop an enjoyable possible due to the fact that there will always be hands-on work in the automotive industry. Good luck to everyone going into the business/desk jobs. Sean is our quintessential tradesperson. Tonight, he is the recipient of the Metal 12 Award, the Auto 12 Award, and the ACID Automotive Technician Award. Sean has demonstrated a wide range of skills in both metal fabrication and automotive service work. He is a peer leader and a huge help to the teacher. Sean will also receive, appropriately, the Langley Loafers Hot Rod Club Scholarship and a District Authority Award next week. We wish Sean continued success and support as he chooses his career path.
Kirsten Korf. Kirsten would like to thank her friends, family, and teachers for encouraging her throughout grade 12. In high school, Kirsten found a passion for singing and joined choir. Her favorite moment was when she entered her first talent show and performed in grade 9. Kirsten plans to attend Kwantlen University in the fall. She is so glad that she attended ACSS and that she came out of her shell. Kirsten will also be presented with 2 scholarships, a District Authority Award, and the Shortreed Elementary PAC Scholarship. All the best, Kirsten.
Emily Cueva. Emily would like to thank her family and friends for their unflinching support throughout her years of study and for inspiring and encouraging her to continue to strive to be a better person. She is glad that they can witness her graduation and the start of a new chapter in her life. Emily now looks forward to spreading awareness of bullying and providing support for others. Emily is also the recipient of the Healthy Lifestyles 12 Award presented by Ms. Haber and the Don Hanson Memorial Trust Scholarship. Emily is a highly self-motivated young woman committed to bettering her wellness. She participated at a high level in all classes and peer-taught excellent lessons related to musical theater movement. Congratulations, Emily.
Brandon Dodeland. Brandon would like to thank his family for all the love, support, and laughter throughout his life. He's grateful for the encouragement from his peers who are stuck with him during the day, and especially his calculus crew for keeping his sanity with all the countless hours spent in the library doing calculus homework. Brandon will also be presented with a District Authority Award at the Scholarship Luncheon next week. Congratulations, Brandon.
Rajesh Devasar. Rajesh would like to thank his family and friends for supporting him throughout the years. His best memory is of playing basketball with his friends. Regardless, Rajesh is happy to graduate and looks forward to attending UFV in the fall. He would like to give a special thanks to Ms. Tillapa for hooking him up all those spare plots. Next week, he will receive the G.H. McDonald Memorial Scholarship. Well done, Rajesh.
Jazz Karn Diol. Jazz Karn would like to thank his family and friends for all the positive support and memories they gave him throughout high school. He would like to thank his teachers for all the help and patience they have always shown him. He hopes to work for a while before he returns to school. Good luck to the grads of 2017.
Taylor Derritt. Taylor would like to thank her mom for raising her to become the person who she is today, and her dad and her family for always encouraging her to get out of her comfort zone, regardless of how stubborn she tried to be. She would also like to thank her friends for sticking by her and helping her to create memories that will be with her forever. This year, Taylor is the recipient of the Betty Gilbert Pack Award. Way to go, Taylor.
Casey DeBink. After graduation, Casey wants to use what he has learned and will pursue a career in sales, from car sales to commercial insurance sales. Casey would like to thank his sister, mother, and father for doing whatever they could to help him, even if he didn't get up before 9 a.m. He would also like to thank his teachers. Isaac Dickey. Isaac is happy to graduate and would like to thank Google Search for making his graduation possible. He also thanks his parents and his grandmas for pushing him and believing in him. He thanks his siblings and especially his girlfriend Portia for helping him through the ridiculously hard work. He also thanks his teachers, Ms. Glock for helping him with math, and Mr. Spring and Mr. Renault for just being awesome. And he thanks his friends, and finally, the big F-250. Let the good times roll.
Michelle Doe. Michelle would first like to thank her family. Then she would like to thank her good ladies for being there for her and making her every day spontaneous, adventurous, and unpredictable. It has been a crazy couple of years, but she believes things fall apart so that better things can come together.
As well as all of his teachers for their help. He plans to work for a time until he makes up his mind about future career goals.
Dayton Edwards. Of his write-up, Dayton says that, like most of his assignments, this was finished last minute. He would like to thank all the people who helped him through high school. He wishes all his fellow grads luck in securing a great future and wants everyone to be sure to keep a date open in 10 years for a reunion.
Brandon Evans. Brandon is happy to be a graduate and plans to continue his career in the automotive industry. He would like to thank everyone who helped him along the way.
Hai To Fang. Edison says that he spent 2 wonderful years at ACSS. He wants to thank his homestay family, who made him become more mature and feel less homesick, his friends with whom he shared many meaningful moments, and his teachers who have given him the skills to be successful in post-secondary. Edison wants to value every moment of every day because the past 2 years have taught him that time passes so quickly.
Chris Fisher. Chris has decided to pursue a career in radiology and will study medical science first at UFE and then at BCIT. Chris thanks his teachers and his parents for always supporting him. His best memory of grade 12 was saran wrapping cars in the grad parking lot and hitting that deep 3 versus Garibaldi during basketball playoffs. Chris is the recipient of the Harry Hunt Memorial Scholarship. Best of luck in the future, Chris.
Celia Francis. Celia enjoyed her time in high school, but she is also glad to be finished. She is thankful to her friends and family who have always been there for her and have helped her through work and tough situations. Celia also thanks her teachers who have been patient with her, and she plans to work and travel for a year and then go back to school.
Jake Frew. What up, dog? Jake would like to thank his squad for showing him support since day 1. He would also like to thank his parents and Ms. Glock for reminding him every morning of what class he had. Some of his favorite memories of high school are playing rugby with the boys and rapping in the talent shows. His favorite classes were writing with Miss Sutton and psychology with Mr. Spring. After high school, he plans to pursue his music and go to university to study psychology. A message he would like to say to his peers is, whoop pow, dog chow, and let's vote for the gang.
Can Fu. Can cannot believe that he has been in Canada for 2 years already. The time has gone so fast. He wants to thank the school and all of the great teachers who helped him to grow in his new culture and language. Can would like to thank his parents for the chance to study in Canada and his host parents for caring for him as their own son.
Hargan Guman. Hargan wants to shed some light on an important fact, that nothing you do is for yourself, because no matter what you do, it always affects someone else. Thanks, Hargan.
Colton Gregory. Colton would like to thank the faculty of ACSS for its support and dedication throughout these last 4 years. He would also like to thank his parents for their endless support, but most importantly, he would like to thank Melissa Vincent for always being a shoulder to lean on, especially right now. Colton will receive the Aldergrove Minor Hockey League Scholarship next week. Keep your stick on the ice, Colton.
Rebecca Gressley. Rebecca would like to thank her phenomenal parents for giving her the opportunity to move to Canada, and her wonderful cousins who have been so loving and kind, treating her like a friend, a daughter, and a sister. She thanks Miss Sutton for being a friend and bestowing wise advice, and Miss Nolson for helping her to discover her passion for photography. She thanks her amazing friends with whom she enjoyed so many laughs and who brought her countless amounts of tinnies. Rebecca is also receiving one of the Photography 12 awards presented by Ms. Knowlson. Rebecca went above and beyond in each of her assignments. She even signed out a camera over spring break to take on her family's vacation to Spain, transferring her classroom skills to real-life situations. We wish her all the best with her future plans, in the knowledge that whatever she does, it will be well documented photographically. Congratulations, Rebecca.
Trevor Hand. Trevor would like to thank everyone who helped him get this far in his high school career, especially his parents. Trevor would also like to thank his friends for always providing good times throughout the day.
Demir Hasek. Demir thanks his parents, his brother, and everyone who has supported him. Good luck to all. Barack Obama said, "Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek." Good luck to you.
Elisa Hebert. Elisa is happy to be in the graduating class of 2017. She would like to thank her teachers and her parents for their support. In the future, Elisa would like to travel before attending university and would like to pursue a career in the medical field.
Portia Heinrichs. Portia would like to thank her family for their support and her friends for putting up with her weirdness and being there for her during her good and bad days. You know who you are. She cannot thank her boyfriend Isaac Dickey enough for all the love and support he has given her the past year, and she can't wait to start this new adventure with him. ACSS has been a roller coaster. She'd like to get off now and go home and take a nap. Good luck, everyone.
Kyoka Hirasawa. Kyoka has decided to pursue a career in education and will attend Slippery Rock University in the USA in the fall. She would one day like to be a teacher and teach English at a middle school in Japan. She thanks her teacher, Mr. Inglis, for making her work hard and achieve more than she thought she was able to do by teaching her calculus even at lunchtime and after school. Kyoka also would like to thank her parents, friends, and her host family for always supporting her in all things.
Karen Ho. Karen would like to thank her family, especially her parents, for all the love and support they have given her. She will attend SFU this fall because she aspires to become a pharmacist. She would most importantly like to thank her friends for helping her get through high school and keeping her sane. Karen is ACSS's Schullich Leader nominee this year. Karen is being recognized for her academic excellence in science and math and her interest in pursuing studies at university in a STEM area. At this time, she is being considered for an $80,000 scholarship. Karen will also receive 3 scholarships next week, an Aldergrove Rotary Scholarship, an ACSS PAC Scholarship, and a Betty Gilbert PAC Award. Congratulations, Karen.
Emily Horton. Emily would like to thank her friends and family for their support. Next year, she plans to attend UFV and will use that education to create her future. Her scholarship from the Retired Teachers of Langley will hopefully help her to create a great future for herself. Best of luck, Emily.
Helen Hua. Helen plans to attend KPU next year to study accounting. She thanks Ms. Goulet, Ms. Oswald, and Ms. Choi for their assistance, and her parents, aunt and uncle, and grandmother for their care. She will always remember her friends, both in Canada and in Vietnam. Good luck to the grads of 2017.
Lee Wynn. We would like to thank his fellow students and friends for making his high school years memorable, as well as his family for helping him along the way. He wishes everyone the best of luck in the future and a smooth journey through post-secondary education.
Raymond Wynn. Raymond wants to thank Mr. Inglis for making sure he showed up to class and getting his homework done. He also wants to thank his parents for always encouraging him to do his best and for working hard to make sure that he has a bright future. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Dawson Iveson. Dawson would like everyone to know he is happy to be here tonight and graduating. He would like to thank his friends for making the high school years memorable. He would also like to thank his parents for all their support and his teachers for all their help all along the way. Good luck, grads, and see you in 10.
Alex Jang. Alex would like to thank his family for supporting and motivating him in everything. Alex plans to study business at UFE and transfer to SFU or UBC in his second year. Alex thanks his homestays, his family, and his teachers who are so passionate about their jobs.
Morgan Jensen. Morgan would like to thank his parents, grandparents, brother, friends, teachers, and wonderful girlfriend for helping him reach graduation by giving their love and support throughout his school life. Morgan wants to pursue a future in law enforcement and will attend UFV in the fall. His favorite memory of high school is driving away in his Mustang after classes with his girlfriend and trying to forget that he would have to wake up early the next morning to start it all again. Hopefully, Morgan will be able to attend the scholarship luncheon next week where he will be presented with the Langley Oddfellows Scholarship. Enjoy it, Morgan, and congratulations.
Caitlin Jones. Caitlin enjoyed her 4 years at ACSS, and she is thrilled to start her new journey in life. She will be working towards obtaining a nursing degree in the near future. She would like to thank her mother for being her best friend and her father for always believing in her and teaching her to be tough. She would also like to thank her grandparents for supporting her and for loving her unconditionally.
Caleb Jones. Caleb plans to attend KPU for welding. He would like to thank his family for getting him through his schooling. He says a special thank you to his dad for always being there for him and giving him the kick he needed to succeed. Another special thanks to his friends. You know who you are. Caleb hopes to continue to see all of them in the future.
Larissa Jones. Larissa would like to thank her parents and stepmom for helping her to get where she is today. She would also like to thank her good ladies. And good luck, grads.
Riley Jones. Riley is really happy to be here tonight and is ready to take on the world. He has a passion for photography and adventure. He would like to thank his mom, who works in the office at ACSS, for helping him throughout these past 4 years, and his friends for always being there. More importantly, he would like to thank his family for always being there to help. Riley is also the recipient of a Harry Hunt Memorial Scholarship. Keep the Aldergrove flame alive in memory of Harry, Riley.
Yes.
Meku Kasuya. Meku would like to thank her parents, homestay family, and friends for supporting her life in Canada. These past 3 years have been a life-changing experience. After she graduates, Meku will go back to Japan for university. However, she will never forget her experiences at ACSS. One day, she hopes to visit her friends in different countries all over the world.
Taylor Kautzman. Taylor would like to thank her mom for always being by her side, helping her through hard times, and waking her up in the mornings. She would also like to thank her dad and grandma and Ms. Ailey for helping her get through all her classes. Taylor plans to become a corrections officer. To grads, she says, always try your hardest and you will see how far you can really go.
Jimmy Ka. Jimmy would like to thank his parents for their financial and educational support and looks forward to attending Trinity Western University, where he will study pre-pharmaceutical courses. Jimmy is happy to graduate, but he will miss the shenanigans that he and his friends got into. He leaves this thought with the grads: this might be the end, but it's also the beginning.
Kyle Krasnikoff. Kyle would like to thank his parents, especially his mom, for never giving up on him. He's happy to graduate and hopes to continue his career in construction. He will never forget all the great memories he has of his graduating class, and he wishes them all the best in their future.
Connor Creelo. Connor thanks his mom and dad for all the help, motivation, and sacrifices throughout the years. He also thanks Wikipedia and eNotes for getting him through English 12. He would like to give a special thank you to Ms. Sutton for being so big-hearted, kind, and understanding. Connor's message to the graduates of 2017 is, Carpe diem, seize the day.
Jake Christensen. Jake would like to thank his parents and brothers for their support over the years in school and encouraging him to pursue his dreams. Jake will attend Indian Hills Junior College in Iowa this September, where he will play Division I college baseball. He would also like to thank all his friends for the amazing memories over the past 4 years. Jake is also the recipient of a District Authority Award. Well done, Jake. Now go play ball.
Aiden Kuntz. Aiden would like to thank his loving parents, his ridiculous friends, and incredible friend Danielle for making high school bearable and fun throughout. Aiden's most fond memories of high school were having to constantly walk back home and keep his friends from eating all of his food. Aiden looks forward to attending UFE and majoring in business.
Lisa Kurosawa. Lisa would like to thank her parents for giving her the wonderful opportunity to study in Canada, which has been a once-in-a-lifetime experience. She would also like to thank her homestay for being such a warm family and helping her to overcome the anxiety of separation from her family. Lisa looks forward to attending the University of Japan, where she will study environmental sciences. She wishes all the grads the best of luck in the future.
Naldo Lamb. Naldo graduated in January and has enjoyed traveling for the past few months. He would like to thank his mother and his sister for always looking out for him. Naldo would like to pursue graphic design or film editing after working for a while. Naldo wishes all of the grads the best of luck.
Trevor Lamb. Trevor thanks his friends and family for always being so supportive of him. He also thanks his teachers for their guidance and patience when he had problems dealing with schoolwork. Because of his friends, family, and teachers, he feels that he has become more mature and is ready to move on.
Jacob Lobb. Jacob wants to thank his family for putting up with him and being patient. Well, to a point. His experience throughout high school has been one of constant joy and fun with his friends, especially moments in drama where he could just be himself and take on the role of any character.
Daniel Livingston. Daniel would like to thank everyone for always encouraging him to put his best effort into everything and to constantly trying to improve. He now looks forward to getting out of school and getting on with the rest of his life. He says, "The time will pass anyway, so give it whatever it takes."
Madison Logan. Maddie's future plan is to work with individuals with disabilities. She would like to thank Ms. Haber for always putting a smile on her face and making her laugh. Maddie would also like to thank her mom and dad for their guidance and patience, like allowing her to keep the kitten that snuck into the house. She also thanks her grandparents for always being there when she needed them and for paying the outrageous price of her grad dress. She also thanks her aunties because if she didn't, they would torment her. Maddie will also receive a District Authority Award and the Communications 12 Award presented by Miss Sutton. Maddie is a thoughtful student who writes both creatively and analytically. Beautiful ideas seem to come naturally to her, and she writes beautiful stories with them. She makes connections between literature and life and kindly shares her ideas. All the best of luck in your future endeavors, Maddie.
Danielle Longpré. Danielle would like to thank her parents for providing so much support, encouragement, and patience throughout her life. Also, she would like to acknowledge her little brother, Justin. She loves and appreciates every second of growing up with him. Lastly, she would like to thank her boyfriend, Aiden, for being so supportive and for being one of her most loyal, best friends for the past 3 years. Danielle is looking forward to experiencing adulthood and is excited to pursue her career as an interior designer.
Morgan McGee. Morgan thanks her parents for opening up opportunities that she would not have had she not come to Canada. She will be forever grateful to Ms. Leary, Ms. Tillepaugh, Ms. Sutton, Ms. Kemet, and Mr. Inglis for all that they did for her in her darkest moments in life. They listened and offered advice that has helped her to identify the path she sees herself taking, both now and in the future. Morgan will also be the recipient of a $1,500 University of Victoria entrance scholarship. Congratulations, Morgan.
Sarah McKenzie. Sarah simply cannot fathom that high school is over and feels that these 4 years went by way too fast. It feels like she was in grade 8 48 seconds ago. Sarah would like to thank her brothers, dudes, and parents for being super chill and supportive throughout her high school experience. She tells herself that she's going to be a rock star, so next time you see her, she may be rocking the world now and for the rest of eternity.
Paula Middleton. Paula would like to thank everyone who supported her throughout her years of school. In her years at ACSS, she made many friends and found her passion, hairdressing. She wishes the best of luck to all the grads, and in the words of the late Alan Rickman, it would be wonderful to think that the future is unknown and sort of wonderful.
Colton Morrison. Colton feels good that graduation day is here, and he would like to thank his mom, Miss Solvey, Miss Gwen, and Emily for helping him get on this stage today. Colton's dream after high school is to become an author of a best-selling novel. His favorite class was History 12, and he will be remembered for his exceptional memory of dates. To the grads of 2017, he says, remember to embrace your dreams.
Naotaka Motohashi. Naotaka has attended ACSS for 2 great years, and he would like to thank his parents for allowing him to study in Canada. He appreciates all the support from his teachers, especially Oz-chan, aka Ms. Oswald. He would like to apologize to Mr. Inglis for falling asleep in his class, and would like to thank Ms. Schmidt for all the laughs.
Nathan Murray. Nathan thanks his family for all of their help and support through high school. He also thanks his friends for the endless amount of memories they have created together. He would like to say a special thank you to his older brother for helping him grow as a person and for being his biggest inspiration. Thanks, bro.
Nelly Mwandacha. Nelly is looking forward to pursuing a career in physiotherapy and will attend SFU in the fall. In the future, she hopes to travel the world and experience a variety of different cultures. Nelly would like to thank her family and teachers for always supporting her, as well as her friends for always putting up with her. Nelly will receive the Robert and Jean Chouan Memorial Scholarship. Congratulations and good luck in the future, Nelly.
Amanda Nielsen. Amanda thanks her parents for helping her when she needed it, and especially her grandmother for giving her advice and reminding her to believe in herself. She thanks her brother for making high school bearable, Miss Warrington, Miss Sutton, Miss Tillapa for helping her walk across the stage today. Best of luck, grads, in whatever your futures may hold.
Alden Nguyen. Alden would like to thank his friends, family, and teachers for keeping him company and for supporting him throughout high school. He thanks Mr. Inglis in particular for being the only teacher to make him feel genuine fear at the thought of missing class. Even so, he strongly appreciates how his limits were pushed and will be using that experience as he heads to SFU. Alden will receive the Philip Jackman Memorial Award at next week's festivities. Congratulations, Alden.
Jackie Nguyen. Jackie wants to thank his brother and sister for giving him the courage to be more open and outgoing in order to change the shy and quiet person that he once was. He would also like to thank everyone for giving him a comfortable and fun experience in high school, class by class. He appreciates the kindness and humor shown towards him, and he wishes the best of luck to all grads.
Joshua Nguyen. Josh would like to thank his family and friends for their constant support throughout his high school years, and especially his older brother for constantly pushing him to his limits. He thanks Madame Wong and Ms. Tillapa for encouraging him to do his best and making him feel at ease in their classes. Josh will now attend UFV to complete a Bachelor of Science degree before going to UBC to pursue his dream career of becoming a dentist.
Michelle Nguyen. Michelle has been actively involved in the community and school through leadership and the Me to We Club. She is now excited to go to SFU this September to study science. Michelle thanks her parents for their support and her French teacher, Madame Wong, for pushing her to her fullest potential in school. She cherishes the unforgettable memories of her new experiences, laughter, and happiness with her friends. Next week, Michelle will be presented with the Aldergrove Credit Union bursary. Good luck, Michelle.
Zach Nordell. Zach wants to thank all of his friends for inspiring him in some form or fashion throughout his time in school. He would like to thank his family for giving him the freedom to do what he wanted. To the grads, he says, remember, you need good friends. Friends are the treasure of your life.
Kaya Ogura. Kaya is so glad that she came to Aldergrove because she met amazing people here. She would like to thank her parents for giving her the opportunity to study in Canada, and she would like to thank her friends and all of her teachers for teaching her English because she wanted to learn to speak the language. She is now looking forward to attending university in Canada.
Austin Oliviero. Austin would like to thank his parents for encouraging him to pursue a trade while still in school. He would also like to thank Mrs. Crossan for recommending the piping and plumbing program to him, and Mr. Dixon, the program's teacher, for being the best educator ever. Austin achieved an A Honor Roll Award, plus the MCO Award upon completion of the course, and he now looks forward to completing his apprenticeship.
Ko Ota. Ko is thankful to his parents and grandparents for giving him such a valuable opportunity to study in Canada. He would like to thank his host mother, teachers, and friends for all their support. Playing soccer at ACSS and being a captain will be one of his best memories of his school life. After graduation, Ko will return to Japan to attend university.
Natalie Pham. Natalie thanks her family in Vietnam for giving her the amazing opportunity to come to Canada. She also thanks her homestay, her second family, for caring and making her feel so welcome and for putting up with her craziness. She also thanks Ms. Tillepaugh for getting her through the rough times. Natalie is happy to graduate 1 year early and attend UFV this fall to get a business degree. She hopes to settle down in Vancouver someday. Congratulations, Natalie.
Lauren Power. Lauren would like to thank both her parents and her brother for their endless support and encouragement throughout high school. She plans to further her education at SFU this fall, where she will pursue a career in psychology. She would like to thank her friends for the everlasting memories that made this year. Lauren will also receive 2 scholarships, a Langley Scholarship Fund University Award and an ACSS PAC Scholarship. Congratulations, Lauren.
Kevin Punter. Kevin thanks his family and friends for all the positive support and memories they gave him throughout high school. He would like to advise the grads to never give up on a dream just because of the time it may take to accomplishment. Just do it, grads.
Alex Canberry. Alex thanks both his parents and his sister for always helping him out and for setting expectations he could never meet. Alex also sincerely thanks his friends for always being there for him and making the past few years the best of his life. A big shout out to everyone who sent him answers. God bless and Newt Newt. At our function next week, Alex will also receive an Aldergrove Lions Club bursary. Way to go, Alex.
Tamina Rahimi. Tamina would like to thank all of her friends who helped make her years at ACSS so memorable and for sending her answers to her homework. She would like to thank her parents and her older brothers for all their care and support and for setting good examples in her life. Tamina plans to attend post-secondary this fall. To help her along the way, Tamina will also be presented with the Ladies of the Royal Purple Scholarship next Thursday. Excellent work, Tamina.
Hardita Rai. Hardita would like to thank everyone who helped him throughout his school years, mainly the amazing teachers at ACSS who are outstanding at teaching their students. He also thanks his friends and family. It has been an amazing journey, but he is glad that it's over. Hardita will also receive the Betty Gilbert PAC Award at next week's scholarship festivities. Congratulations, Hardita.
Chloe Redlin. Chloe thanks her parents, especially her mom, for the 2,160 lunches that contributed to her great academic success. She also thanks her dad for the many great laughs and advice on every sport in existence, and her brother for moving to Toronto and giving her the most peaceful year of her life. Chloe hopes to become a world-renowned author, making millions, but in the meantime will pursue a stressful career as a French teacher. She asks that whoever is in charge to please send her grad reunion invite to the insane asylum. Chloe is also the recipient of the Writing 12 Award presented by Ms. Sutton and the English 12 Award presented by Ms. Kemet. Chloe is an ideal student, one who is insightful, perceptive, and not afraid to ask questions of herself or others, which she does with kindness and respect. Despite having taken English 12 in her grade 11 year, she was an enthusiastic leader in the class. Chloe is also the recipient of 3 local scholarships, the Norm Sherritt Scholarship, the Margot Thomason Memorial Scholarship, and a District Authority Award, as well as a $3,000 UFV Entrance Scholarship. She has also been selected as a conditional winner of the Pathway to Teacher Education Scholarship, a $5,000 scholarship awarded to a student who has demonstrated commitment and aptitude for a career path in K-12 teaching. Congratulations, Chloe.
Christina Ross. Christina would like to thank her family for supporting her throughout the years in high school, especially her mom for all those trips to Starbucks, and her best friend Jennifer Tran for always being there for her. She would also like to thank her music teacher, Mr. Smale, and her English teacher, Miss Sutton, for being great teachers. Christina will attend UFV in the fall for business. Christina is also the recipient of the second English 12 Award presented by Miss Sutton, who says that working with Christina has always been so enlightening because she reads like a writer. She sees the depth of the subject and is able to explore the author's intents. She writes both as a scholar and as a creative soul. Best of luck in university, Christina.
Amelia Ross. Amelia would really like to thank all of her teachers for helping her and being so great this year. She thanks Mr. Timmis for believing in her and helping her to complete her graduation. Now that she has reached this goal, Amelia can't wait to see what the future holds for her. The sky's the limit.
Gurman Sandhu. Gurman would like to thank her friends for making the past 4 years at ACSS so memorable. A special thanks to her mom, dad, and brothers for encouraging her and supporting her through all of her endeavors. Gurman will attend post-secondary, first at UFV and then BCIT. She wishes her fellow grads well and looks forward to the new chapter in her life. To help
April Lee Sandy. April thanks her parents for motivating her to pursue every dream and for supporting her every step of the way. She also wants to thank all of her teachers, in particular Mrs. Wickenden, Ms. Allen, and Ms. Tillepaw for helping her graduate proudly and with a smile on her face. She wishes everyone the best of luck in the future.
Harjinder Saran. Outside of school, Harjinder is involved with Blind Beginnings and has served on its board of directors as a youth representative. She thanks her parents, siblings, and support staff, Angel and Patricia, for always encouraging and supporting her. Her favorite classes were English, social studies, and choir. Thank you, Ms. Penner, Ms. Leary, and Mr. Smale. Harjinder is also the recipient of the Sustainable Resources Award presented by Mr. Crowley, a Law 12 Award presented by Ms. Ailey, and a Visual Arts Award presented by Ms. Courtney. Harjinder is a committed student who shows her intelligence and curiosity through her thoughtful contributions in class discussions. She repeatedly demonstrated creativity, problem-solving skills, and perseverance in her art making, with texture and pattern being predominant in her work. She consistently submits excellent quality projects and also works diligently in the school gardens. Harjinder has also been awarded the District Authority Award, which we are sure she'll put to good use when she attends UFV in the fall. Way to go, Harjinder.
Julie Savoy. Julie would like to thank her dad for sticking by her side, for helping her to succeed, and for continually encouraging her to become a better person. Julie's future plan is to work part-time and study nutrition. She feels blessed to have her close group of friends and is excited to continue making more memories with them after high school.
Jennifer Sawchuk. Despite all the odds, Jenny is now graduating. She would like now plans to attend John Casablanca Institute after graduation. Her favorite memories will be all the times she and her friends, her favorite memories will be all the times that her friends made her laugh and how much fun she had during high school.
Even if it did take an hour to accomplish. She is also thankful for the Oreo McFlurries that provided her with the energy to get through school days.
Karen Shakire. Karen would like to thank her parents, brother, and sister for their endless amount of love and support throughout high school. Karen has decided to pursue a career in criminology and will attend Kwantlen next year with the goal of becoming a police officer. She would like to thank her friends for the priceless she'll cherish forever, like coming out to watch her soccer games. She would also like to thank Miss Haber for her perky attitude and bright spirit that never failed to make Karen smile through high school. Karen will also be presented with the Louise Chesley Memorial Scholarship. Well done, Karen.
Cheyenne Shama. Cheyenne says thank you to her family for being so supportive throughout her high school years. She would also like to thank her friends for all the memories and good times that they have shared. To all the grads, Cheyenne says, success is not final, failure is not final. It is the courage to continue that counts.
Travis Sharman. Travis thanks Connor McDavid and the Edmonton Oilers organization for making the playoffs for the first time in 11 years. He also thanks Mr. Jones for being such a great teacher and guiding him through the ACIP program. Travis looks forward to graduating as he's already secured a job at a premier engine building business. Finally, Travis says thanks Mom and Dad for the endless support through the years. At the presentation next week, Travis will receive the Township of Langley Professional Firefighters Local 4550 Scholarship. Good for you, to Travis. Well done.
Callie Shaw. Callie would like to thank her family for all of their love, support, and money for sushi that they have given her throughout the years. She would also like to thank her dad for always gluing her eyes shut when he tried to put on her false lashes for dance. Callie hopes to attend Douglas College in the future and become a nurse at BC Children's Hospital. She thanks all her friends for the unforgettable nights spent screaming along to their favorite songs in the Volkswagen. Callie will also receive an Aldergrove Credit Union bursary. Best of luck in the future, Callie.
Jamie Shepard. Jamie would like to thank all of her high school teachers for putting up with her regular skipping, but still pushed her to help pass each course. She would also like to thank her mom for not
She looks forward to attending the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, where she will not become an entertainer, but where she will study to become a psychiatrist. To her friends, she says thanks for always keeping her safe and for providing her with endless laughs. Alex is also going to receive 3 local scholarships, the Langley Teachers Association, and Aldergrove Rotary, and the CUPE Local 1260 Support Staff Scholarships. UNLV has also offered Alex over $17,000 in entrance scholarships. Congratulations.
Mark Simiyu. Mark would like to thank God, his parents, and his friends for being with him in his journey through life so far. It's been rough, to say the least, but he has survived. In the future, Mark wants to strive for excellence in every task that he will face. He wants to become an architect, and not just an average architect, the best and most passionate architect in Vancouver.
Dylan Skinner. Dylan would like to thank his granddad for keeping him busy at work, his mom for helping him with his homework, and his dad for paying half his car insurance and his phone bill. He hopes to be able to repay everyone someday by being the best he can possibly be.
Monica Solis Soto. Monica is very proud to be graduating today and would like to thank her family for being there for her, especially her parents for supporting her and teaching her to never give up. Monica is now considering studying hospitality at Eton College in Vancouver and becoming a flight attendant. She wishes all grads the best.
Crystal Stewart. Crystal would like to thank her parents for buying a Keurig and giving her coffee money, because without it to keep her awake through class and through the ridiculous hours of homework, she doesn't know if she would have made it. She also thanks Ms. Leary for her amazing support and help this past year. Although she hates to admit it, she might even miss ACSS eventually.
Riza Sugazaki. Riza would like to thank her parents for giving her this opportunity to study in Canada. She is also thankful to her host family, her wonderful second family. Riza would like to say thank you everyone for everything. Be brave, take the next step to try new things. Riza is the recipient of a number of science and math awards. Mr. Anslow and Mr. Dollywall will present the top science award because she averaged above 97. The Physics 12 Award and the Biology 12 Award. Mr. Inglis will present the top math award, both pre-calculus math 12 and the AP calculus, and Ms. Goulet will present the International Student Program Award. Riza has high expectations, settling only for the best work for herself. As a result, she has excelled academically and has had to decide between the University of Alberta, UBC, and the University of Toronto for the fall. Her strong work ethic will undoubtedly add to her professional success in whatever career path she chooses. Good luck at the University of Toronto studying life sciences. Well done, Riza.
Christian Sutherland. Christian plans to take a year off after high school before going to university to study computer science and game design. He would like to thank the teachers who helped him get to this point, including Mrs. Lutain, who taught him how to stay organized, and Mr. Inglis, who held extra calculus classes for students who wished to take the AP test. Christian is also the recipient of the Information Technology Award presented by Ms. Ross. Christian worked independently this semester as a game developer. His daily blog posts outline the extensive work he has accomplished, adding substantially to his CV. Christian will also receive the Aldergrove Lions Club bursary. He can certainly use this as he studies to find his place in Silicon Valley North. Best of luck, Christian.
David Suzuki. Yasuhiro would like to thank his parents and Miss Goulet, Miss Oswald, and Miss Choi. He transferred from Abbotsford this year, and he's really glad that he did. His best memory of school is winning the rugby provincial tournament. He plans to go to university after graduation to become proficient in English, and his dreams is to be in a profession that uses English.
Brad Taylor. Brad just came to say thank you to ACSS, his family, and his ACSS family. He can't believe that it has been 4 years since he opened those heavy blue doors, but he is
Max the Chuck. Max would like to thank his parents for their support and encouragement through his schooling. He completed his first-year apprenticeship as an automotive service technician and has decided to pursue a career in commercial diving. Max wishes the best to... Congratulations, Max.
David Toe. David would like to thank his parents and brother for believing that he could do better by trying. Now he would like to pursue a career in automotive parts at KPU in Cloverdale. His dream job would be working for the Honda Corporation. He wishes all of the grads good luck.
Don Tran. Don would like to thank his friends for giving him some of the fondest memories in life and for teaching him that ball is life. Don would also like to thank family for all their love and support. Don will also receive an Aldergrove Kinsman bursary at our function next Thursday. Congratulations, Don, and good luck.
Jennifer Tran. Jennifer would like to thank her mom, dad, sister, and her friend Christina Ross. She would also like to thank her English teacher, Ms. Sutton, and her calculus teacher, Mr. Inglis, for being master teachers. Jennifer is looking forward to attending Simon Fraser University, where she will study in the molecular biology and biochemistry program. Jennifer plans to travel after she graduates. We hope that Jennifer's 2 scholarships, an Old Age Pensioners Society of Aldergrove bursary, and the Fraser Valley Vending Scholarship, will help in her pursuit of knowledge. Congratulations, Jennifer.
Nicholas Tran. Nicholas is very happy to be here tonight, ready to take the next step in his future endeavors, which into the world of work before continuing his education. He would like to thank his friends who made his high school years fantastic and his family for always standing by him. Also, he'd like to thank his teachers for helping him get to this point. He wishes the grads the best of luck and says, see you in 10.
Fee Tran. Fee can't wait to go to UFV in the fall to begin a degree in business and administration. He would like to thank his parents, friends, and girlfriend for always being there to support him. And he would also like to thank the teachers and staff for making his high school experience perfect. He says that ACSS is a wonderful school, and he is very grateful.
Peter Trung. Peter would like to thank his family for giving him their full support and motivating him to do his best in everything. He would also like to thank his teachers and friends for all the unforgettable experiences. His best high school memory was playing basketball with his friends. Peter wishes all the grads the best of luck. Peter is the recipient of the Parkside Elementary PAC Scholarship, and we're very happy for you, Peter.
Bryson Vanderbilt. Bryson would like to thank his parents, Ms. Sommier, Carey, Mr. Timmis, Ms. Ailey, Mr. Perry, Ms. Corrigan, and Mr. Pugh, and all of his teachers who helped him get to where he is today. His favorite memory of high school is sitting in the vice principal's office when it was full of balloons. Bryson will miss hanging out in Ms. Sommier and Carey's office, chatting with them, as well as the grade 9 Less Super Day. Rock on, ACSS!
Melissa Vincent. Melissa would like to thank all of her teachers for always having the doors open and for their endless support. A special thank you to Mr. Inglis for staying one last year to teach AP Calculus. Melissa will miss his daily puns. To all the grads, she says it was a blast spending high school with you. See you guys in 10. Next week, Melissa will receive the Old Age Pensioners Society of Aldergrove bursary. She's also be presented with the Foods 12 Award by Ms. Prosperia Porta. Melissa is a leader. She readily engages in learning activities, shows independence in the lab, and is an exemplary group member. Best of luck to you, Melissa.
Thomas Vogt. Parents for yelling at him every morning to wake up and for supporting him. He would also like to thank his friends and teachers for all the unforgettable moments and experiences. Thomas's best memory from high school was crossing up Nicholas Tran and Raymond Wynn in basketball and making them fall over. Thomas will never forget his high school experience. Good luck to all of his fellow graduates.
Mallory Wagstaff. Mallory would like to thank her friends and family for putting up with her for so long, and especially her little brother who, despite his painfully dorky pants, is actually pretty awesome. She is excited to attend UVic in September and would like to thank Ma'am Wong, Mrs. Kemet, and Mr. McLaughlin. All teachers at ACSS
Austin Wallace. Austin would like to thank his parents for getting him to go to school and for not giving up on him. He is very excited to be graduating and says, "Boys, we made it."
Rachel Watson. Rachel would like to give a special thanks. Rachel would like to give a special thank you to her parents and teachers for providing the support that she needed to be here today. She would like to thank Lyndon and the hairdressing program for making it possible for her to live her dreams. She hopes for all of her fellow students that they are able to pursue their dreams as well. Rachel is this year's recipient of the Hairdressing Youth Train and Trades program. Rachel has a very happy personality, a positive attitude, and a great work ethic. She completed her experience and her SSAs. Great job and congratulations, Rachel.
Holly Wawu. Holly thanks all of her amazing friends, especially Tiffany, and her teachers, especially Mr. Timmis, who helped her to get where she is today. She expresses a huge thanks to her family, who supported her throughout her entire high school journey. She is very excited to start the next chapter of her life, and she hopes that all of her friends are just as excited as she is to start their own journeys. Holly will receive the Mary Hall Memorial Scholarship. Congratulations, Holly.
Alexander Weipert. Alex would like to thank all of the people who helped him finish high school. This includes Alex's family, friends, and of course his teachers. Of all the moments at school, Alex's favorite moment will be finishing school and heading off to painfully suffer at university. Thanks ACSS for everything. Mr. McLaughlin will present Alex with the Acting 12 Award. In acting, Alex is a focused, dedicated worker who has demonstrated a work ethic that raises the bar for every actor with whom he works. He is a strong performer with an acute eye for detail in expressing and stage business. We hope that an Aldergrove Legion scholarship will ease your pain somewhat, Alex, as you begin university. Congratulations.
Portia White. Portia would like to thank her mom, dad, and family members for supporting her throughout her education. She would also like to thank Mrs. Glock and Mrs. Newstead for making sure she got all of her work done, Ms. Ailey for always being someone she could talk to, and her best friend Maddie for being her constant support system. Portia plans to move to England in the fall and hopes to continue to travel as much as she can. Portia will receive the second Photography 12 award this evening, presented by Ms. Nolson. Portia's photographs are a reflection of sincere thought, diligence, and perseverance. She signed out cameras, sometimes multiple times, in order to achieve the photographs she envisioned, rather than the photographs that were easy. Good work, Portia.
Sarah Wildy. Sarah would like to thank her family and friends for supporting her through high school. She would also like to thank the Aldergrove Skating Club and her coaches for creating a second family who supported her, not only her skating, but school as well. Thank you to Ms. Crockett and Mr. Cameron for helping Sarah to become a well-rounded student. She plans to attend Douglas Colleges in 2018 and work towards becoming a nurse. Sarah is also the recipient of the Psychology 12 Award, presented by Ms. Tillpaugh. Sarah is a dedicated student who is particularly interested in child development and psychology. She has a lovely disposition and will have no doubt be an excellent nurse. Sarah will also receive a District Authority Award. Well done, Sarah.
Holly Wilkinson. Holly would like to thank her parents for always supporting her and for always offering a helping hand, because she would not be where she is now without their love and devotion. She would also like to thank Ms. Haber for always pushing her to do her best and for looking past her extreme laziness. Holly would especially like to give a huge thanks to her best friends Maddie and Carly for helping her survive high school with her sanity still intact.
Brendan Willett. Brendan thanks his family for helping him with his education and waking him up every day to attend school. A special thanks goes to his friends and family for being supportive and understanding throughout all of his choices and decisions. As he says, always look for a positive in every outcome. Next week, Brendan will receive an Aldergrove Credit Union bursary. We are delighted for you, Brendan.
Brandon Wolf. Brandon would like to thank his friends and family for their continual support. Even though he dislikes going to school, he is glad he had the chance to go into hairdressing, where he made great friends. He now plans to study art at university and hopes to move out to a place where he can have as many dogs as he wants. He wishes everyone all the best of luck in the future.
Zach Wolflinger. Zach is happy to graduate and now dreams of attending the Justice Institute to become a firefighter. He thanks his mom for always working hard for him and encouraging him to reach this day. Zach will receive the Stagecraft 12 Award presented by Mr. McLaughlin. Zach is a creative, proactive designer in the theater. He consistently challenges himself in the classroom and always looks to identify flaws in his work so that he can better himself with each project and keep audiences entertained. Congratulations, Zach.
Caitlin Wright. Caitlin hopes to pursue a career in veterinary medicine. She would like to thank her parents for their endless love and support, her teachers for guiding her through these past 4 years, and her friends for always being reliable. Good luck to all the grads of 2017, and remember, you are stronger than you seem and smarter than you think. Thanks for the memories.
Ko Yamada. Ko would like to thank his parents for letting him study at ACSS. He also thanks his homestay mom for all that she did for him and his teachers for their help and support. Ko would like to remind all Canadians that dynamite rolls are not real
Sayaka Yamaguchi. Sayaka would like to thank her homestay family, the international teachers, and her friends for encouraging and supporting her throughout her high school years. Without them, she wouldn't be here today. She will now return to Japan to attend university, so much richer because of the many wonderful experiences she had at ACSS and in Canada, ones that she will never forget.
And lastly, Fiona Young. Fiona would like to thank her mom, dad, sister, and Nana, as well as many teachers, including Miss Sutton, Miss Leary, and Miss Crockett, for their support, encouragement, and guidance. With her high school days coming to an end, she will also end 16 years of dance and will say goodbye to her Thrive family. This June, Fiona will also complete her 13th year in Girl Guides and thanks her leaders Deb and Andrea for shaping who she is today. Fiona plans to pursue a master's in physiotherapy at UBC and wishes the best to current and presented by Mr. Anslow, as well as the Social Justice 12 Award presented by Miss Leary and the Girls PE 12 Award. Fiona is a true humanitarian, passionate, dedicated, resourceful. Fiona's work ethic and attention to detail is amazing. She has excelled academically, and her teachers have no doubt that she will change the world. Fiona will also be presented with 2 scholarships, the G.H. MacDonald Memorial Scholarship and a District Authority Award. Congratulations and good luck, Fiona.
Wow. If we could have one more. So grads, I said to you earlier tonight, grad is a symbolic event. Commencement itself is a symbol of you making your transition from youthful adolescence to the beginnings of adulthood. We have one more little tradition that we will do together to complete the process. And this is really important because we have to make this official. In order to make that the right side over to the left. So before we bring tonight's ceremony to a close, there's a few important acknowledgements and thank yous that we need to take care of. First, grads, I'll ask that you please stand and recognize your teachers and the staff for their valuable contributions and help. And finally, congratulations to Shirley Wong. Second, grads, if you could please face your families, your support system, and please give them a round of applause for helping get you to where you are. Okay, grads, you can be seated for a few more short minutes. So finally, thank you to the staff, students, and parents who've helped make this ceremony a reality. There's a ton of people who've been involved in putting this evening together. Our readers, thank you for your readers, Mr. Crowley, Mr. Inglis, Ms. Penner, and Ms. Ross. David Toe, one of our own graduates, who was instrumental in putting all this together. Well, our stage generals, Ms. Goulet and Ms. Oswald, thank you. Ms. Lutain and the Scholarship Committee. Getting our presentations ready for this evening are some of our tech teachers, Mr. Bolesky, Ms. Keynes, etc., for the slideshow. And Miss Amato, Miss Jones, who's up there, she'd be horrified that I'm singling her out. The work that they do behind the scenes for the couple weeks leading up to grad is absolutely phenomenal, so thank you to them for that. At this point, I'd like to There's one very special lady without whom tonight's ceremony would not have happened. In her final few weeks before her retirement, Mrs. Glock has worked tirelessly, and we're very appreciative of all the thoughtful work that she's put into organizing tonight's ceremony. She's going to kill me, but Mrs. Glock, please, where are you? A few more words. So Mrs. Glock has been organizing grad events for 35 plus years. Many of you in the audience have had a grad organized by Mrs. Glock. I want to thank her for tirelessly working to put these events together. She has affected thousands of students and families with these grad events. So thank you again from ACSS, the students, the families, for all your work. At this point, I'll turn it back to Mr. Mallow, who will close us out for the evening.
Thank you, Mr. Linden. All right, so very quickly, just a few parting comments before we get to our last official business of the night. I want you to consider that high school graduation is a special time, but truly in life, we never really graduate. Every day we live brings us new hurdles, brings us new challenges, brings us new adventures, and ultimately, new things we have to overcome. Grads, you're ready to enter that world now and face those hurdles and face those challenges and take on those adventures. This brave new world that you're about to enter, I want you to think about it a little bit. And let's look at Ralph Waldo Emerson. Do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. What lies behind us and what within us. I also want you to lead a good and moral life. Look to the wisdom and the words of C. Hope, who says, I hope that my achievements in life shall be these, that I will have fought for what was right and fair, that I will have risked for that which mattered, and that I will have given help for the earth a better place for what I've done and for who I've been. So in closing, ACSS graduating class of 2017, I hope of your hopes to the windows of your opportunities and to the most special places your heart has ever known. So in a moment, Mr. Linden is going to be leading the grads outside, and he's going to be going down the center aisle. And what's going to happen is you are going to assemble outside for the traditional tossing of the caps. Just a little bit of housekeeping before we do that. Once that process is complete, a reminder that all gowns and stowed must be returned before you leave this evening. Please drop them off in the Please lead the grads to the grassy hill in the front of the building, and parents, get your cameras ready.